Well, welcome back to another episode of Not So Mid-Major, where we are analyzing every single NHL team between now until NHL Draft Day. And I just want to say I am so sorry I have not been posting a video daily right now. We are going to try to catch up. I am absolutely surprised that there was so much traffic on the Montreal Canadiens and Chicago Blackhawks videos. So please, if you do like these videos, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Like I said, we'll probably be doing 2 teams a day between now and the next 2 or 3 days, and then from there as soon as we catch up, we will be doing 1 NHL team a day until NHL Draft Day. So if you're new to these videos, what we do is analyze one NHL team and see what is their draft picks for this coming year. What picks do they still keep? What did they trade away? What did they gain in return? So in this video, we are going to be analyzing the Philadelphia Flyers, where the Philadelphia Flyers have their own first round pick, but traded away their second and third round pick, kept their 4th through 7th round pick, gained Florida Panthers 3rd round pick and New York Rangers 3rd round pick, gained an Edmonton Oilers 4th round pick, and an Ottawa Senators 6th round pick. So now let's go round by round. What did they trade away and what did they get in return with all these different trades? Well, there was a trade on July 23rd of 2021, which the Florida Panthers traded with the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo Sabres receiving Robert Hagg, a 2021 first round pick, which is the Philadelphia Flyers, and a 2023 second round pick, which is also the Philadelphia Flyers. Whereas the Philadelphia Flyers in return receive Rasmus Ristolainen. So let's talk about all these different pieces. Buffalo Sabres receiving Robert Hagg. Robert Hagg was drafted by the Flyers back in 2013 in the second round. With the Flyers, played 5 years, 236 games, 13 goals, 34 assists, 371 blocks, 736 hits. Buffalo Sabres played 48 games, 1 goal, 7 assists, 91 blocks, and 97 hits. He was then traded to the Panthers, then signed to a 1-year deal with the Detroit Red Wings. And with the 2021 first round pick that the Buffalo Sabres received, they decided to select Isaac Rosen, who in the SHL had 3 years, 51 games, 2 goals, 3 assists. In the SJL 20s, 3 years, 58 games, 32 goals, 24 assists. Now the Philadelphia Flyers, what did they receive? Rasmus Ristolainen, drafted in the first round in 2013 with the Buffalo Sabres, played 8 years, 542 games, 46 goals, 199 assists, 848 blocks, 1,355 hits. With the Philadelphia Flyers, 140 games, 5 goals, 31 assists, 261 blocks, and 392 hits. And with all these different trades, please let me know down below in the comments who won, who lost. But we're going to go right into the third round, where the Philadelphia Flyers made a trade with the Florida Panthers back on March 19th of 2022, where the Panthers received Claude Giroux at 50% of his contract salary, Jermaine Roupson, Connor Bunnaman, and a 2024 5th round pick. Philadelphia Flyers, on the other hand, received Owen Tippett, a 2023 3rd round pick, and a 2024 1st round pick. So let's start off with the Philadelphia Flyers end on this, because I want to save Claude Giroux until the very end of this pick because of the big name that he is. But Owen Tippett, drafted in the first round in 2017, played with the Panthers for 94 games, 14 goals, 19 assists for 124 hits. Philadelphia Flyers, 98 games, 31 goals, 25 assists, and 161 hits. Florida Panthers receiving Connor Bunnaman, drafted in the 4th round in 2016, played with the Phantoms, an AHL team, for 147 games, 32 goals, 22 assists for 54 points. With the Checkers, 73 games, 17 goals, 9 assists, 26 points. Has an total NHL career of 54 games, 1 goal, 2 assists. Jermaine Roupson, on the other hand, just played in the AHL, doesn't have an NHL game yet, but in the AHL between the Phantoms and the Checkers, 98 games, 11 goals, 19 assists. And the biggest name that we are probably going to be talking about in this video, Claude Giroux, at 50% of his contract salary, was drafted in the first round in 2006 by the Philadelphia Flyers. With the Flyers, played exactly 1,000 games, second most in franchise history, 291 goals, which is 8th in franchise, 609 assists, second in franchise, exactly 900 points, which is second most in franchise history. Florida Panthers played 18 games, 3 goals, 20 assists. He then goes on to sign a 3-year deal with the Ottawa Senators. With the Senators, plays 82 games, 35 goals, 44 assists, 79 points at 35 years old so far. So with this one, obviously we're going to be a little bit biased because Claude Giroux didn't stay with the Panthers. So let me know, what do you think about Jermaine Robinson and Connor Bunnaman, as well as Owen Tippett? Who won out of those different trades? And then also in the third round, the Philadelphia Flyers made a trade on March 21st of 2022 with the New York Rangers, where the Rangers received Justin Braun, Flyers receiving a 2023 third round pick. So we're just going to break down one piece of this trade. Justin Braun, drafted in the 7th round in 2007 by the San Jose Sharks. Hey, that's my team. Haha. With the San Jose Sharks, played 9 years, 607 games, 10th in franchise history, by the way, 24 goals, 130 assists for 157 points, 987 blocks, 777 hits. He was then traded to the Philadelphia Flyers for a 2019 second-round pick and a 2020 third-round pick. With the Philadelphia Flyers, 4 years, 227 games, 9 goals, 34 assists, 43 points, 320 blocks, 295 hits. With the New York Rangers, 8 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 7 blocks, 8 hits. He then came back to the Flyers for 1 year and then decided to retire in April of this year. So we are going to miss Justin Braun. So I guess in terms of determining who won this trade, we will see what the Flyers pick this year. I am very surprised about that trade with Justin Braun for a third round pick, but good for you. Like, that was very surprising that you got that high of a draft pick for him. And now moving on to the fourth round, where the Philadelphia Flyers made a trade with the Edmonton Oilers back on March 21st of 2022, where the Edmonton Oilers received Derek Brassard at 50% of his contract salary, but the Flyers received a 2023 fourth round pick. So then now here's where it gets very interesting in his career, because he is a part of so many different trades involving so many different players. First off, New York Rangers involved in a trade with Marian Gaborik, then in a trade with Ottawa Senators involving Mika Zibanejad, Pittsburgh Penguins involved in a trade with Vince Dunn, then on to the Florida Panthers involved with a trade with Nick Bjorkstrand and Jarrett McCann, involved in a trade with Colorado Avalanche and a trade for just a third round pick in that. After Colorado Avalanche signed a 1-year contract with the New York Islanders, then signed a 1-year contract with the Arizona Coyotes, and then signed a 1-year contract with the Philadelphia Flyers, which brings us to this trade. After this trade, he then returned to the Ottawa Senators. In terms of his NHL career, 1,013 games, 215 goals, 330 assists, 545 points for a total of 1,477 hits across basically half of the teams in his NHL career. It's surprising that he has that many games and has signed a bunch of just 1-year contracts between teams that I guess just needed players, but it's surprising that he never really stuck with a team beyond, honestly, probably about 3 or 4 different years for him. But Derek Brassard, that is an amazing resume that you have, especially the amount of players that you were a part of in different trades for. So now let's just talk about the last of these different trades. The Philadelphia Flyers made a trade with the Ottawa Senators back on March 3rd of 2023 this year, where the Ottawa Senators received Patrick Brown. Philadelphia Flyers received a 2023 6th-round pick. Much like some of the other trades that we talked about, we just need to talk about one of these different pieces. Patrick Brown, undrafted and signed with the Carolina Hurricanes, actually back in 2014. He has played with the Hurricanes, Golden Knights, and Flyers. With the Flyers, he played 87 games, 6 goals, 10 assists for 16 points, and a total of 225 hits. Ottawa Senators played 18 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, and 42 hits. And that gets us to the very end of all these different picks. So let me know, what did the Flyers win? What did they lose in all these different picks? There was some interesting names that came up in this, but please, I know that I'm a little bit behind, so I'm going to be trying to do 2 videos a day until I catch up so that I can do just 1 video a day. So please stay tuned. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. Again, I was surprised about the amount of traffic that I was getting between the Montreal Canadiens and the Chicago Blackhawks, plus some little videos here and there. So please hit subscribe. I really appreciate it if you do. And until next time, please stay safe and please stay healthy.